OpenBar. OpenBar.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of OpenBar Podcast. As always, I'm your host Snoop, fam first, aka Coach Cap, with my lieutenant, one of my partners is in crime, MuscleUpMillz. What up, bro?
Chilling. It's Just Millz.
Oh, my bad. It's just Millz now for the gram. So today we wanted to, on this episode of OpenBar, me and Poodle was talking off camera, and we realized a lot of people don't know who you are. Like Millz. Like, you've been a constant scene on the competition circuit for a while. You've probably done just as much as me, maybe even more, but people don't know your story. So, we want to use this podcast so people can know who Millz is. Just Millz, not MuscleUpMillz. People know MuscleUpMillz. We want to know Just Millz.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to start it off with, how'd you start? I wouldn't even say calisthenics, but what got you into fitness, being active, and what age was that?
That go from when I was yay high. Like, my older brother, he was always working out. He was Aki, diesel, lifting weights, curls. So I was following him, doing push-ups and everything at like 2 years old. Doing push-ups. I'm in school, in grade school, I'm packing textbooks in my JanSport. Doing curls with the book bag and everything, playing sports, football. Always ready to throw the hands, box. I used to box with the 10 pounds.
Okay.
Do it like that and then put it down, then practice without it.
That's dope. That's dope. So when did you start? Because that's just being active.
Yeah.
That's just being athletic. Like, a lot of us growing up in our era, that's what we did. But when did you decide, I'm going to be a workout person? When did you start, hitting the gym? Because, like you said, you did it for a purpose. You was doing it because I know you. You a hothead, so you was probably working out in case somebody act up, something like that. But when did you decide, this workout thing, this is where I want to be?
Actually, to be honest, I was always more into working out over all other sports. Football, basketball, working out was my thing. Gym, doing pull-ups, everything, push-ups. So it was always a high interest passion for me.
Okay.
Period. Yeah.
So you was a gym head, in the gym lifting weights?
I was mixture, but I was definitely lifting weights though.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was I ain't do too much I ain't know too much about calisthenics at that time. Besides little chin-ups and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, so when did you discover calisthenics?
Calisthenics pretty much when I met Sparta. I ain't know the open world. I was home. I did a muscle up before, but it was the
Yeah.
So I was home. I had a few with the knees, with the kicks. So I'm home and I was just going through Instagram, and I think I seen Shells. Shout out to Shells. And he just boom. And I'm like, what? And he did 10 straight. So
we got to go back. So I tell this story all the time. I got into working out. I got back into working out because Puda reached out to me. Puda, Mule, David, and Lex was working out at 48 Park out in Queens. And, those was my boys. So I wanted to get back into working out. Those is my man. So we went just to have fun. But, I always told them I felt a little distance because, all of them were 200 plus. I'm a buck 45, so the workout didn't feel the same. And that's when I met you. Because you came in one day and I would guesstimate you was 170-ish around the time. But you was rock. And I'm just intimidated, damn, because I met you through Puda. So talk about how, because at that time we were doing light calisthenics. That's when we were following Lex. Lex was leading it. So did you find calisthenics before that, or was that your first?
That was actually kind of my first introduction.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really know. I kind of wish I knew about it earlier days when I was always into working out, because I felt by now I'd have been crazy with it. Yeah. So that was my first little pre-introduction to it.
Okay, so and here's a question I have for you. I'm gonna just
besides push-ups,
Yeah, that's
we all grew up doing that. Yeah.
So you, like I said, when I first met you, your physique was crazy, and I'm from based on what you're saying, that was from you lifting weights or just being active in general.
Yeah.
So when you switching from that lifestyle to like 95% calisthenics, did you see a difference physically, or was it more of like what calisthenics did for you, like a purpose?
Yeah, it was more like it was a challenge. Because working out like bench pressing and everything, I always felt like I could excel at that. Like it's nothing. Boom. But doing like I did like 20 pull-ups before I got introduced to calisthenics. And I thought I was the man, like 20 pull-ups, that's hard.
Yeah.
Then like I said, I'm looking, I see people doing 30 clips and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So it was a challenge for me, like, how you get 30 pull-ups? Like, that was insane to me. 30 was insane to me.
Yeah, 30. I was talking to Q about that, like, just 2 days ago. Like, 30 is that plateau. Like, yo, I'm doing something.
Yeah.
For men, at least. I think it's 20 for women and 30 for men. Like, yo, I'm above average with this. So
I used to do the little 10 clips.
Yeah.
You know,
around the world. And So, okay, continue on what you just said. So you're introduced to Sparta because, like I said, the part of the story of you that I know I'm gonna share too. Is like, you know, when I met you in 48 Park, that was let's say midsummer. 2014.
2014.
Yeah.
Summer. Yeah.
So that was summer. I would say maybe June or so.
I would say so. Yeah.
And then, you know, the weather broke. I don't remember seeing you since then because we switched to the indoor thing, and then one day Puda hit me up like, yo, Millz is gonna come through. And I think at this point I didn't see you in like damn near half a year or so. So like I said, you straight up told me, because like I said, those 6 months I've been strictly calisthenics. I'm with under Shells now, under Sparta and everything. So, you know, I changed, and you straight up told me it was just on some like, this is the same little nigga that was in the park. You know?
Yeah, I tell that story all the time. I'm like, when I met you in 48, you was one of those.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go home.
Yeah.
So when I see you now, like, come on, let's go, 10.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? This the same guy.
Yeah.
So, and then I see your problem. I'm like, oh man, that's the challenge part. Like, you know, I'm a Leo, so I got that competitive spirit.
So okay, so now you're introduced to Sparta, and like you said, you accept the challenge of doing calisthenics. So what can you explain the difference between when you were like dolly or doing your own thing as opposed to now introduced to this whole new world? Now there's a crew of people, because I say this all the time, like the gym is kind of like you just rent their equipment. You barely talk to anybody. If you talk to them, it's literally how much you got left, or can you help me bench this real quick? But it's not like the...
You spot me.
Yeah. So now you're coming into a gym and you seeing 10 people doing organized workouts and togetherness. Like, what was your first thought process with that?
It was a little bit of a crowd like that, that little nervousness. Like, everybody's watching. Oh, you about to run the requirement? Oh, you about to... So everybody's circling around. They like... I'm like, oh wow, ain't nobody about to do this shit. And I'm hitting the pose. I'm hitting that plateau. Like everybody's there. Other people in the gym that's not even associated with us is like, oh wow, he got 10 more pull-ups. I'm like, wow, everybody's watching. So that's what it was a different feel compared to me just like you said, the gym. You just working out, doing your own thing. Nobody's like really looking into you or nothing like that. You're just maxing out your own thing. Yeah.
So, okay. So going from there now. So now...
But to backtrack, that when we was in Park 48 in 2014 summer, 2000, we must have lost in touch a little bit. But November 15, 2014, that's when I was diagnosed with leukemia. So, I was like thrown off a little bit. And... it was like caught it in the early stage. So I ended up just taking the pill. I didn't have to do like the main stages like the radiation or anything like that. But it did hold me down for a little bit. Then that's when I got reconnected back with y'all in 2015, if I'm not mistaken.
So mentally, what did that like do to you, bro? Like, especially at this young age, hearing you have leukemia.
In the beginning, I kind of took it like first getting the news. I kind of took it like you know, like ain't no sweat until the next day. I'm thinking I'm gonna go home. You know, the little admitted 2 days, and I'm gonna go home. And my mother and them was talking to me like, you gotta stay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, it hurt me. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of broke down. Prior to me finding out, I was working at Home Depot overnight.
Okay.
And I started feeling like little sharp pains. And I think I went to the first hospital, Queens Center Hospital, maybe a week before I found out. And they was like, oh, you got a high count of white blood cells. You know what I mean? We want to keep you, but we can't keep you at your will. So me being me, like, nah, I gotta go. I'm out. I gotta go to work in the morning. I'm just man toughing it out. But at Home Depot that night, I'm like in my aisle, like, oh, I gotta go. And that's when I went. That's when I found out it was way more serious.
Okay. So how long was the recovery for that?
It was like fairly fast. Cause once they put me on some pills to drop the white blood cell count. And then they wanted to keep me in the hospital and make sure I'm taking the pills good and monitor how my body reacts to it. Once they felt comfortable to give me Sprite cells, that's the pills I was taking for the leukemia exactly.
Okay.
And they send me home, and then they would just like follow up, basically take it once a day.
Okay.
And I was from there. I just was following up, trying to get back. I think 2 days later after I got out of the hospital, I was on the basketball court. My cousin's like, yo, you sure you could? I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. So is it something that it still affects you to this day? It's something that you have to keep up with, like a regimen of pills or checkuups or anything?
Yeah, I definitely have to follow up. I definitely have to take the pills, because if I don't, I had periods of time where I stopped taking them. Like, I'm good, I don't need it. And then randomly pains will come out of nowhere.
Okay. So is it something that fitness has helped your recovery? Because I say this meaning, like, when I had the appendix removal, the doctor told me, like, you being in shape, you'll recover faster than a normal person would. So is that the case with what you went through too? Or is the lifestyle that you're into helped, like, the body recover? Or
leukemia is kind of different because it's a blood cancer. So it's like, it's nothing physically, it's nothing where I'm like, oh, was it because of what I was eating? And they was like, no, it's a blood thing. Okay. It's just one of those things where, it's just like you said with the appendix. It just decides, I'm going to mess with you today,
Wicked. The body is crazy, right? So, all right, let's get back to the workout side of Millz. So now you're a member of Team Sparta, full-fledged. Like I said, this is an interview of you, but like you're one of my closest friends, so I like to speak on a lot of things, a lot of my memories of the early days with you. So now you're stepping into a competition side. So now you're introduced to a team that does this. And mind you, we were all learning at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Because
I say we started Sparta, you came in the middle of year one.
Okay.
So you wasn't there for the original, but you were, to me, still considered.
Like just missed the beginning phase.
Yeah, exactly. So now, we're competing, we're out there, whatever. So talk about that. Because me personally, what I noticed about you was the spotlight. Like you said, everyone's looking at you, and it's just like, whoa, So speak on your first competition, how you felt, how you performed, if you can remember.
I believe for the most of us in Sparta, I believe we all competed. In 2016, went to reps. Most of us. I believe you competed already.
Yes.
You competed already in PUBG.
Yes.
But
that's the one that Shells competed in, and Puda and David.
Yeah, everybody.
Okay, that was the matter of fact. That's when the team reunited because we split. That's another podcast. That's another podcast, but that was that one. Yeah.
So for that one, I kind of felt more comfortable because we always doing it together.
Okay.
Everybody had different weaknesses. It wasn't like everybody was just killing stuff, and I was the only one dragging along. So I actually felt pretty confident, like I'm gonna destroy it.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna fast forward a little bit to 2018. This is my favorite story with you by far. So like I said, I'm gonna speak on your behalf. I remember 2017, 2016, 2017, we were all stinking it up. Like we're doing the competitions, we're doing it for the right reason, but we're so competitive, like, we want to win by now. And, we started to doubt our training, doubt ourselves, change it up. And in my opinion, you took it the hardest. Like, man, maybe this ain't for me.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I remember, like I said, I'm going to give all the credit in the world once again to my big bro, Ice Water. Remember when Ice came, he put me and you directly under his wing. And if I remember, 2018 winter reps, for all y'all that don't know, winter reps is his favorite because he likes to be outside in the rain, in the cold, all that crap. And winter reps is the only competition that we do in New York that's in February outdoors. So I remember like yesterday, I asked you, like, yo, don't give up yet. Let's put everything into this one last comp. Because if I remember, you was about to move. You was moving upstate.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's put everything into this comp.
And I think the move encouraged me walking away. Like, I'm about to move. I'm off this. I'm done.
So talk about, 2016, 2017. Talk about the training we did then compared to the training we did for that last hurrah. When Ice came and he started guiding us. Like, talk about the difference in training. Like, because in my opinion, that's the hardest we've ever trained. Ever.
Yeah.
So speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, that's when I feel like the level of training like intensified crazy. And I feel like, it showed the difference on the comp day. Because we was running, that's when our mind started expanding. Like, yo, we can do it like this set.
Yeah.
Because first we were still doing the typical classic 5NDs.
Yeah.
This stuff.
Yeah.
We was making, I feel like, comfortable bar complexes that we know.
Yeah.
And then we started expanding to like, yo, right after that, you're gonna run it right back.
Yeah.
No rest.
Yeah.
So that's when we opened a whole new field of training. Like, oh, that's nasty. That's when we came up with, oh, that's nasty work. So
talk about that day, winter reps, 2018. Run me through that entire day for you.
I was nervous. Definitely was nervous. And then, but I think once the momentum kicked in during the whole, really the team's energy, because when you're in the comp, especially winter reps, that type of circuit, where it's like quick rest, like short rest, right into the next thing. Like,
so what was the set again for the viewers at home?
Oh, 90 seconds of pull-ups, starting off, 30 seconds rest, 90 seconds of squats, 30 seconds rest, 90 seconds of push-ups, complete.
Okay.
So
30 seconds feels like 2.
Yeah. And what's crazy, when we're training with like no rest, and we're saying, oh, that 30 seconds is going to be golden. Comp day, it was like, go. It's like, where's the 30?
Yeah.
So when you're going, your momentum, your heart is racing. And everybody, I'm pretty sure most people know, squats ain't really my field. So now I'm coming into the squats with a high heart rate. It races your heart as is. And that's when you that's when the mentals kick in.
Yeah.
You want to give up, you want to stop. But the team, to support the energy, is like, let's go, Millz, come on, keep going. So, they say sentimental things to make you keep going. And then that's what gets you through. Because if it was just me dolly, I'd have probably stunk it up again.
Yeah.
I'd have probably stunk it up again.
So the biggest takeaway from that day for me, I remember like it was yesterday. If I remember, you came in like you tied for 3rd in pulls. I don't think you placed in squats like top 3, but push you got top 3. But your overall,
the overall numbers,
like when you add up all 3, gave you the win. So how did it feel hearing, and from heavyweights, first place, Millz? Like, how did that feel knowing, like, yo, I'm finally number 1 out here for the day?
I was ecstatic because number one, I kind of enjoy myself in the comp as is, into it, being around the team. But winning, it was more like a kid. Like, yeah. It's kind of like you come home, you get a good report card with straight A's. You can't wait to go home and show look, I destroyed it, you know. So that's kind of how I felt. Like, I was feeling myself. Yeah, I was feeling myself. Yeah.
Nah, that was definitely a day. But here's the dope part about our culture. Your dope day pissed people off. You know, like, shout out to Cato. Cato trained me, please. That's my boy. But at the time he was under Bar Gods. So I remember them hitting me up like, yo, I got cheated on the push-ups. Millz shouldn't have won.
Yeah.
I want to battle Millz, which in my opinion is the sport. That's the dope part. Oh, you won? I feel a way, prove it. So we set up a one-on-one battle between you and Cato that spawned from this winter rep. So now not only are you having, you won your first, now you're in your first bar brawl, which is a one-on-one. It's our version of a gladiator battle. One-on-one with literally 60 people around screaming for blood. So talk to us about you going into your bar brawl, because this is literally, your bar brawl is what, May?
Yeah.
So February, March, April, bar brawl. So talk about that.
Well, I actually was, I had it lit a fire in me because it was like, I cheated.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So, and then it was a call out. It was kind of like, so he think it was a fluke.
Yeah.
He think, all right, I'm about to do this. So I came into it ready. But, of course, the training, Captain Snoop, I was kind of like, oh, man, like, do we really got to train this hard?
No, we was, because you got to remember, we a team, right? Yeah. They called you out. They called all 20 of us out.
Yeah.
If I remember that was crazy. You battled mad people in preparation. So now we're at the bar brawl. You're battling against Cato. So one-on-one, Cato's coming in hot.
Oh,
he's hot. He's yelling. Should have never came to Africa. He's here on you. Like, what's up? So talk about, like I said, these are the unspoken things in calisthenics that people don't understand, because people just think it's pull-ups and push-ups.
Yeah.
Like, this part is what we're trying to grow. Like, it's entertainment value. It's something that spawns you, because like you said, that energy motivates you to do your pull-ups and push-ups, because we're competitive people. So was he. Because look, Cato doesn't work. Like, Cato's working on a damn Guinness World Record now. So all of these things contribute to building the animal. Yeah. So if I remember in the battle, you were losing, like you were behind. Yeah. Sorry. Because the routine, if I remember, was 25 muscle up, 50 pull-ups, 100 push-ups. Yeah. One-on-one, so whoever finishes first with the best form wins. So he jumped out the gate strong. Yeah. Like, you were playing catch up all the way up until the last leg of the competition. So what was going through your mind? Like, damn, all that training went out the window, I'm about to lose, or it was just kind of like, just wait for my moment, stay calm?
It was a moment in the battle where Cato, like, be doing the muscle ups, and he took the lead. He started the pose first. And then at one point, I'm seeing him, he's going in on the pose. And at one point, I think I heard the number. I was on like pulling around 7, and I think I heard his like 18. And right there, that moment, mentally, I was like, oh man, I'm about to lose this battle. Because like you said, he felt like he got cheated on push-ups.
Yeah, so you thought his game.
I'm thinking like he's already up on pulls. Pulls is one of my strengths, and he got cheated in push-ups, so he's probably about to go crazy in push-ups. It's a wrap. Yeah. But, I never give up. I'll just keep going. At one point, I was just like, I'm just going to finish the routine. Yeah. I'm not even battling him no more. Yeah. So that's where it was going for me mentally. And then I started seeing the fatigue kicking on him. Started slowing up. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think I always remembered it where when he hit the 50 pulls to start the push, I was at like 48.
Yeah, you was...
Yeah, 47, 48. Yeah. So it was like, that's when the team was like, oh, right there. And, you know, so that's when I got the spark, like, maybe I could do this. So when he got to the push-ups, I actually thought he was going crazy in the push-ups. He was going, and I got to the push-ups. I thought he was like, I thought I was catching up to him, but I thought I was still right behind him.
Yeah.
Because everybody was still like, yo, come on, let's. So I thought it was a nail biter.
Yeah.
That's, you know, that's what I was thinking,
yeah.
Until people was telling me that I was up, you know, and I'm like, oh, I'm up. And then I'm, you know, that whole, wow, I'm about to win, you know, because, you know, like Jody from Baby Boy, I thought I was dead. You know?
Stupid. So now you win your first competition, you win to reps in February, and now you win your first bar brawl. Like, talk about the confidence that you have at this point. Like, you conquered two major feats. You went from 2 years of losing exactly, to championship. So just talk about, you know, that hard work, that road to the top paying off.
I kind of felt like keep the ball rolling, like keep the foot on the gas. You at this moment, this high, lose it, you know. And so that's where I was at. Like, don't get hyped off the moment and start to backpedal. Yeah. You know.
All right. So, like I said, here's the dope part about the game that we're in, because Cato held on to that loss all year. He probably had a picture of you on his wall throwing darts. So now we're gonna fast forward to, because you ended up moving to upstate, but then you ended up coming back. I don't remember were you living upstate when you came back the next year, or you just came for the comp to go back home?
I believe I was still living. Yeah.
So you're training, you know, you're upstate by yourself. You're training. We're training, like, you're still part of the team, but, you know, it's like sending the video. It's not like training. So now we're gonna fast forward to Winter Reps 2019. You're the defending champion. Talk about that, because, you know, we got to talk about both sides. We ain't gonna talk about the good without the bad. So speak on that day.
So that day, like you said, Cato must have had me a picture on the wall, on the drawing board every day, like, cause he went in.
He went crazy that day.
He went in, and then, you know, I didn't do so well. You know, I didn't do super bad, but not as well as probably people may have expected, or even I. So. You know, and then he's, you know, up there, Millz. And I'm like, oh, man, he's at me. So, you know, he dapped me up. He's like, yo, man, you started this, man. Appreciate you. And I'm like, it's up, but
I'm going to get your ass back.
Where the car at? You know, I'm trying to get out the park. You know?
Because the reason I like to tell y'all story, and this is for our viewers at home, I want people to understand that this is primarily what my vision of calisthenics is. You know, what you and Cato, because it was tense. It felt like real, like, I don't like that guy,
like
but
a rivalry.
But it was still very respectful, very stuck to the craft. You lose, it wasn't no blame. It just turned into work harder. When I see you again, even to this day, when y'all see each other, it's still kind of like, you know, but it's still much love. But if I see you like, against each other,
like, there's even times where Cato was in comps, or I was in a comp and he wasn't. One of us was in and one of us wasn't out, and he'd big me up like, yo, just go out there and do your thing. It's kind of like Rocky with Apollo Creed and Rocky came together. It's kind of like that. They started off going head to head. Then they ended up working together.
Because I look at y'all as one of those rivalries. Like, I'm a Dragon Ball Z head. You know, Goku and Vegeta. Their rivalry was so deep that if Goku lost to somebody else, Vegeta would jump in like, "Nah, you could only lose to me. You're not allowed to lose to nobody else. You're my rival, bro." So shout out to Cato once again, man. Because like I said, y'all have, in my opinion, the dopest rivalry in calisthenics.
Yeah, I would say so.
So I want to continue, because like I said, you are by far one of my biggest motivations when it comes to putting yourself out there. A lot of people only want to put themselves out there, you know, if they know they have it, if they know, and you're always down. Yo, we're doing this competition. I'm going. I'm in it. So So talk about, we're going to fast forward a little more because a lot of your resume isn't out there because you don't broadcast yourself like that. But you've competed in Baltimore. You've competed in California. You competed in New York. So we're going to fast forward to California. We went to the Calisthenics Battle League competition, which was a 2-on-2 competition. You teamed up with a female for a men's competition.
Yeah.
And missed third place by 1 rep.
Yeah.
So talk about...
No, I think it was second place. We missed second place. I think we came in third.
Did you? Yes.
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
You're right. Yes.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
It was 1 rep or 2 reps. We missed it by.
It was either one.
It's
It
one
was,
of them.
yeah. But in a 2-on-2, 2 reps is 1 rep each.
Yeah.
But speak about that, man. Like now you're not only are you competing in New York, you're on the West Coast doing it, competing against, you know, their warriors with one of your female teammates, Letty, at the time going against men. So just talk about that, man. Like how was that experience for you?
That was like a different feel for me because when I was actually out there and we was like meeting people, going to gyms before the competition, and then during the day of the competition, like people knew of me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in California, like you said, I don't put myself all the way out there, but I got a few videos. I'm thinking that's when I realized, like, wow, this social media thing really travels a long way.
Yeah.
You know, even in the battle, in the competition, they were like, let's go, Millz. And I'm like, we not even New York. People are, who's yelling that? You know? So that's what that feel was for me. It was like I couldn't believe, you know, people knew of me, you know?
Yeah. Because that competition, like I said, you went into an all-males competition, teaming up with a female, came in 3rd place, barely missing 2nd place by a handful of reps. So, you know, these things are like legendary moments in my mind that's unspoken, that's forgotten because it's not broadcasted. Like, hey, look what we did, you know? So that's why, I want to put these stories out there on the podcast so people understand who Millz, the athlete, is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fast forward a bit more now to Bar Brawl, the one that we had, was it, 2020?
Was it 2020?
When was your last Bar Brawl?
Yeah, I believe it was 20. Yeah, that was 2020.
Yeah, it was 2020. Yeah. So 2020 winter reps.
11, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be O'Bralick, who is a member of Team Spartaa, one of our teammates. He was going against Easy Money out of New Jersey. Hungry, newcomer to the bar world, starving, just a hungry animal ready to eat. O'Bralick accepted the battle but got injured during training.
Yeah.
But he was training against you. You were his sparring partner to prepare for this. So in his injury, you know, you stepped up to the plate. So talk about just the mental fortitude of stepping into your second battle. Because that's the thing that people don't understand is like, if I tell you you're having a battle, it's like a mental load.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, and then now it's just on some like, all right, you don't have to do it. There's no pressure.
Yeah.
But then it's like, all right, can you do it? So you're taking on this load that this person was mentally prepared for months ago. You're a substitute. Yeah. So you're jumping in like, a month before the battle when they've been preparing for like 3 months already.
Yeah.
So talk about you accepting that battle. Like what made you even accept that role? Was there something that you saw or something you want to prove in yourself or?
Just a competitive spirit in me. You know, that need like, all right, I'm with it. You know, it's just always on go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's really what that was for me with that, to jump in. So it was nothing for really to jump right in. That's, you know, and especially the bar bros in particular, that's more like, all right, it's a longer routine. Like, let's see who really, it's longer than 60 seconds you can just pose. Comp, you know, so it's more like my feel. Like, let's see if you can bang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. So now you versus Easy Money, Bo, out of New Jersey. What was your routine again? 50 push-ups, 10 muscle-ups, 50 pull-ups, 10 muscle-ups, 50 dips, 10 muscle-ups, one-on-one, best form, whoever finishes first. So once again, you're slow out the gate. You're the comeback kid. So did you have the same mentals you had versus Cato? Like, let me just finish. This is over, or
yeah, at one point I did, of course. Yeah, I had that too, because in the battle, like off the the rep with the push-ups, I'm like, wow, where the 50 at? You know, because I know I run the routine, and when I got up, I'm like, wow, I'm smoked from 50 push-ups. Like I was out of it.
Yeah.
And he's on the bar. I think he did the 10 muscle-ups.
He probably did.
I think he did it right out, and I'm like, oh man, I think I did maybe 5.
People don't understand. Anxiety fatigues you.
Yeah,
Peer pressure,
absolutely.
like your mind,
Absolutely.
like that pressure of the moment, it makes you tired.
Absolutely. And then the crowd with the bar, bro. Everybody's on you, So he was going in, and then at one point, I'm thinking I'm not that far behind. But the dips is like at the end of the battle.
Yeah.
He's up in the dips. It's another one of my things where it's not particularly my strongest suit.
Gotcha.
And he, from what I see, his dips looking pretty good. He finishes the dips. I think I had 10 more dips left, and I'm 2ing them out, 3ing them out is the best way I can. So I'm like, oh man, it's over. And he seems like he's a muscle up guy too.
Yeah.
So, but
He is now.
he gave me that, that small window of breather. I didn't even know. I thought he was probably over there about to get on the bar. It's about to be a wrap. I'm thinking that at least at that point, try to finish as fast as possible, so it looks like you made a good attempt.
Yeah.
You lost by 3 muscle ups.
Yeah.
But he gave me that small window, and I just jumped right into it.
So in every competition I've been to, every battle I've been to, including my own, that battle was the most energy I've ever felt. Yeah. Because one, shout out to Bo, they came like 20 deep. I remember he rented a van, put all of Plainville, New Jersey, Plainfield in it, and came out there. And then we was already 20 deep, because that's just how we move. Your mother was there, your aunts, your nephews, your entire team, and then just the people of the community that wanted to be around. So that park probably had like 70, 80 people in it. So, and then like I said, he came off the dips. He finished the dips first. He came 9 out of 10 people, including myself, needs a breather before you start that 10. Okay. You coming from behind, straight from the dip bar, you came in. I watched this just the other day. You just came in, put your hands on your knees, got on the bar and jumped up there. And then he's like, damn, like you almost forced his hand. Like he's up there, I gotta go, because now it's only 10 muscle ups and the routine is over. And now the energy is picking up because you're hearing everybody yelling and screaming, and you can't even hear your own thoughts at this point. So you ended up being victorious, and I remember you straight got tackled.
Yeah.
You got tackled, you got water thrown on you like you won the damn NBA championship. So would you say that's the highlight of your calisthenics career so far, or? I
would say a highlight of my calisthenics career probably, and me and personal. Because during that battle, I kind of was going through a lot. My mom's was sick. I'm trying to battle everything. So I was going through a lot of different stages. And then the whole stage, I think that's why I got emotional. I teared up. Yeah. I felt like Jordan when he lost his father and he won the championship. Remember, he was crying. Yeah, that's how I felt. Gotcha. So that was just a big moment for me, period. So
yeah, it's just amazing to me that, calisthenics can provide this for people like us, because we're everyday people. We're not professional basketball players, but we can have these professional moments, these big moments of glory through the community that we're building. So,
not to mention, we was in the scorching heat.
Yeah, that was like a June, July battle. Yeah,
we waited like 5 hours.
Yeah, that was a doozy, man. So, in closing, I want to speak on a movement that we are all familiar with in Sparta. Some people, you put yourself out there in the community, but I want to speak on the Stay JV Motivated movement. A lot of people think that's just your hashtag, but like I said, explain to the people what Stay JV Motivated means, what motivated it, and what it means to you.
Well, Stay Javion Motivated basically came from the loss of my son. So, you know, that of course, that was a like traumatizing moment or whatever for me. You know, I was broken around that time. So then I don't know, started, I guess went through my stages of up and down and being depressed. And then I just came up with, I'm going to do everything for him.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know how I think it just came to me. Stay Javion Motivated. And I just rock with it from there. You know, I'm going to make shirts. I remember at one point, I was like, I'm going to make a Stay Javion, I'm going to make Javion sneakers. I was like, you know, I want the world to know him.
Yeah.
You know? So, but leading to this day, Javion basically is a movement, the Stay Javion. So it's basically for you're fighting for someone that can't fight for themselves. So it's like, he started it. So now I'm thinking about my mom. So my mom's is sick. Thinking about my nephew, Kamari. You know, my homeboy that's down. So it's like I'm fighting for, that's what Javion is. Like, Stay Javion. You're fighting for someone that can't fight for themselves.
Yeah, yeah. So you know, I've as your teammate, as your friend, like I said, you're one of my biggest motivations by far. You know, I really am invested in the movement as well, because you know that's one of a parent's. Yeah. That's horrible. You know, it's devastating. So I know for a fact he's proud of you. I'm very proud to help you with this movement, man. And like I said, I'm glad your story is out there, bro. So I hope it continues because the work never ends. You know, we want Javion to continue being proud of you. I'm proud of your growth from when I met you till now. And I'm hyped to see where we go from here, my brother.
Appreciate you, bro. And then, you know, I definitely always appreciate Sparta putting Javion, Stay Javion Motivated shirts on the website. Yeah. You know, people can go on there and shop. So that's like touching and dearest to me, you know.
No doubt.
You know, even if you get into like heated disagreements with people and you be like, I ain't rocking with Snoop no more, then it'll click like, he put the Javion shirt on the website, so I can't doubt.
Yeah.
You know.
Nah, but like I said, it's bigger than that, man. People disagree all the time.
Yeah.
You know, like that don't mean disagreeing doesn't mean losing respect. Yeah. You know, like I could disagree. Me and you disagree all the time when it comes to sex, puzzles, whatever. You know, but it doesn't affect the respect level that you have for each other.
Because people only remember today and tomorrow. They forget yesterday.
Yeah.
So y'all get into the disagreement. It's like, I'm done with him. And it's like, well, what about he was holding you down? They forget all about all that.
So in closing, when are we having this muscle up battle? Because you know I want that smoke. For all y'all at home that don't know, me and this man been muscle up battling for at least 4 years. Cleanliness, just amounts you can do. It's the fuck you Millz movement for me. So look out for that because it's coming all summer. Subscribe to the YouTube. You're going to see all of it, man. So once again, like I said, this is MuscleUpMillz story. If y'all have any more questions for him, jump in the comments. Like we always say, the after party's in the comments. Support the team, support the movement. All this content we're trying to bring you, you know, if you support the movement, it just grows bigger. We're trying to do a lot more. We're bringing, you know, support teamspartaa.com. If you want to support the Stay Javion Motivated, we have those shirts for sale on the website. We're trying to just bring out a lot of work, man. So once again, you got your man Snoop, aka Coach Cap. Dope interview with Just Millz, aka Millie Rock Mills. So we signing out, man. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Tune in for the next one.
OpenBar. OpenBar. OpenBar.